Yo, what is going on, boys? Nick from Run the Foot Market here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a very helpful video. So before we get into this, guys, new to YouTube, obviously, keep subscribing, keep showing the love on Twitter, all that stuff. Love all you guys. Today's video is on a topic that a lot of you requested, a lot of you wanted help with, a lot of you want to understand more about. So this is called Ones to Watch Investing. Ones to Watch Investing is super important. And can be a way to profit easily in this game. So what we're going to get into here is show you the reasoning behind these investments. Right now, what we're dealing with is currently, because of these Ones to Watch SBCs, which I will go pull up right now, Ones to Watch cards are being flooded in the market. They just released new ones, if you haven't known this yet. So these new ones are the winters and the old ones are the summers. The summers are the ones that I have mainly invested in. These are usually the higher tier ones right now, at least. And I'm going to discuss how a Ones to Watch card works, how they go up and down, what are their values, what do they mean to the market, right? So Ones to Watch card, EA has released in the beginning of the game, right when FIFA 17 was starting. It was cards that were, the players had to be under 30. It was players that were to be watched in this game, players that could potentially play well this year, get a lot of informs. So that's why, hence, they're Ones to Watch cards. Now, these Ones to Watch cards, you might be, you're like, why the hell is this card 59K and normal buy 82 is 5K, right? Well, the difference between these, why these have a higher value, is that because if this card gets an inform, his Ones to Watch will turn into whatever his inform is. So that's why he has a value, where his normal card can't just turn into his inform. And basically, Ones to Watch investing is very successful if you know how to do it right? So there's a low risk and a high risk to Ones to Watch investing, and I'm going to get into both of those. The low risk is that you pick up a Ones to Watch card, say on Sunday to Monday, right? For example, let's look at a player that plays, right? So a player that has been playing, right? Let's go, say Pjanic, right? So Pjanic usually before this crash, right, was 200K, right? So on Sunday nights, Mondays, right, you could pick him up usually for 195, 200. Sunday nights and Mondays usually are the best times to invest for Ones to Watch for the upcoming week, because they don't have any games till at least Wednesday, and league games are usually Saturday, Sunday. So that's when their prices are going to start to tick up, and we'll talk about that. So usually, guys, with a player like Pjanic, his card value come Sunday or Monday is going to be very low compared to what it will be Thursday or Friday. Most Ones to Watch cards, if you pick them up Sunday or Monday, will go up to 5 to 10K from what they were by Thursday or Wednesday. And this is called hype, right? As the week builds on, people are hyped to buy these cards, invest in them, and hope that these players play well on the weekends so that these cards can turn into an inform. And Ones to Watch investing is very risky. It's all an investment game. But I'm showing you guys the way you can do this in a very low-risk manner is you pick up on Sunday to Monday, right? For example, like a player like Sanson, One to Watch. He's usually 23K, 24 on Sundays and Mondays, right? But by game time, usually 28 to 32K. So if you buy 3 of those, man, you're going to make 4 to 6K a card. It's easy profit. Now, the deal with these cards, guys, is if you want to make a low-risk investment, you're going to sell these cards before the game in the hype. You're going to sell when they're high, they're in the hype. You're not going to wait all game for them to play well or play bad. Because, listen, if they don't play well, which they not usually, but they most often don't, they're going to drop in price. And you're stuck with them, man, for the next week, right? Because you're not going to panic sell. You're not going to lose your money. So the way to do this, guys, is if you want a low-risk investment, you're going to sell these before game time on Saturdays, Sundays. You're going to pick up on Sundays, Mondays, Sunday nights into Mondays. You're going to pick these up. You're going to hold them for the whole week, and then you sell them before game time. If you want to be risky, right, say you're thinking Bailly is going to have a great game this weekend, or Dembele is going to score 4 goals because they're playing the worst team in the Bundesliga, and he's going to get an inform, right? So if you pick up 5, sell 4 in the hype, sell 4 before game time, so you know you're making your low risk, and keep 1. And monitor that, right? And monitor his price throughout the game and see if he's playing well. If he's not playing well by halftime, maybe throw him up and sell him before everyone panic sells him after the game. It's a very useful strategy you guys can do and make a lot of money with. And I think it's one that people say, it's too risky, I don't want to do it. Guys, trust me, it's really easy if you do the right thing. If you buy Sunday, Monday, you sell in the hype before games. Now, another thing I want to get into that I made a lot of money on, which is watch the games of the players that you are investing in. Use an app. There's a lot of apps that you can turn notifications on to watch certain players, so you could do that. But if you watch the games, you guys can make a lot of money. I'll give you guys examples. One to watch Sane, right? I was watching his game the other weekend. I didn't even have him in my club. So what I did was I was watching his game, and right when he scored, I had my web app out. I picked up a one to watch Sane, 2 or 3 for about 60K. right? Within 5 minutes, he was 110K. And that is because people are anticipating an inform, right? Because he scores. So what you're gonna do, guys, if you're watching a game and a goal scorer of one of these ones to watch cards score, and you see the hype with that you see the hype come along with it, you're gonna buy him right away. You're gonna wait about 5 minutes, and then you're gonna sell. It's a great way to do it. You need to make sure it's a meaningful goal, like a game winner, or it's a second goal and he's probably gonna get informed, or and they make sure they win, or if it's a center back like Bayern, say he gets a clean sheet and scores, then you're gonna go buy him right away, and you're gonna sell him within 5 minutes. Usually that's a very easy way to make money. I sold those Sanes all on for 110, so I made 150K on 3 Sanes just from watching a game. So simple things like watching a game with ones to watch cards is very, very useful. The last thing I want to go over, guys, is just be smart, man. Like, listen to yourself and don't do anything crazy risky, because trust me, you can lose big on ones to watch cards if you don't do it right. Right? So Pjanic is playing tomorrow. I picked this one up for 102, right? Since he's being spammed in packs right now, I'm sure he's still 109, 110. But guys, these right here I'm not going to be listing because these are long-term investments, because I'm picking these up right now because they're in a crash, because they're all being packed. However, for example, usually I would pick this guy up, right? Say for now, I would pick him up 102 on Monday, right? And I'm looking for him to be 120 by game time. That's an easy profit if I sell this along right away. You know what I'm saying, guys? So you remember, buy Sunday or Monday on the usual. This should probably start next week because right now they're being spammed, right? And then you're going to sell in the hype before game time. If you want to be risky, buy a few of the ones to watch, sell most of them in the hype, and maybe keep 1 or 2. The biggest thing I can tell you guys, watch the games. Seriously, watch the games, guys, because you'd be surprised. If a player scores, you could pick them up really quickly. You flip them in 5 minutes, and it's an easy way to make money. If you guys really think this video helped, or you just you enjoy my YouTube content, any of that, guys, I'm new on here. I'm trying to get this all started. But ones to watch investing is definitely something you guys can benefit from, and I wanted to share this with you because I think these are a very in-topic thing right now as they're in packs and people don't know how to use them. But for example, like today, Niang, right? He's just got a new one to watch for the winter edition. He went from 50K to 110K in a minute right after he scored 2 goals or a goal. So it's just something you guys want to monitor and watch the games on the weekends, and it's a good way to stay connected, FIFA and games, watching the games, playing FIFA, watching the games, investing in these cards. It's a cool little gig you guys can do. If you like this video, man, drop that like, drop that sub. I'm going to leave my Twitter and all my links in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys are the best. Peace.